had to clean the camera I'm using, and it's handheld camera. I would like to claim all of the cameras that are used ever with cell phone contracts, all the cameras that are made by Nikon, and the prescription vision correction that is Nikon lenses for my eyes with eyeglasses. I would also like to claim the cleaning of Sam Moser, who was a baby who grew up to be a small kid with a pair of glasses I cleaned. And I was put out of his house. Yep. And that's because he doesn't have an eye exam and he doesn't own his glasses and he didn't throw them away when he was done with them and leave the house. He executed myself because he's not an ophthalmologist. He was a baby who grew up to be a kid of sorts, a child or kid. I don't know what you call a grown baby. He wasn't fully grown at the time. He was about 11 years old. And he's not an ophthalmologist at age 11. I would like to claim all of the cameras for the mass communications, mass media, cameras that are used for the news, cameras that are used for recording artists, for music, for videos, for films, cameras for TV shows, any kind of cameras that you might need to see as a viewer of a television or a viewer of the internet. If you know that there's a camera there that somebody is talking to, but it's not yourself, I want to know how to clean all those cameras from the dust that I've been cleaning off of this camera. The lens is dusty, but I'm looking at the screen that you can see what's on the camera. Do you call it a viewing screen? That's getting dusty, and it has sometimes even more than dust that needs to be cleaned off of itself. I've been wiping it on anything like that I would just need for myself, like sheets on the bed. When I'm using the camera on the bed, I wipe it on the sheets on the bed, which is not clean to do that, but the camera's not clean and the bed's not clean and it's just not clean. I just can't clean it, but I need to use the camera. And I also wipe it on my robe, which is, I'm God, and it's not supposed to make anything unclean on my robe. It's my robe, it's for myself, but it's not myself. I'm in a world where the robe has been given to me by the world, and it's not myself. I would not say that I have a robe on and it is myself. I am nude, it's myself, yeah. I have done plenty of cleaning in my lifetime, and I'm very hygienic. I bathe every day, and right now I'm bathing more than once a day because I stopped using the toilet and I use the bathtub, and I throw my poop out in the dumpster. I don't want to say that on YouTube, but I'm going to say it because I am exhausted in the threatening, and you're not doing a live to hear that out of me. And you don't know to leave myself. You don't know to leave YouTube. You see something you like or you don't like, you touch something else. Or if you see something on TV you like or you don't like, you can change the channel. You can change the channel if somebody else likes it and you don't understand that you're supposed to leave. You can change the channel if you don't like something you don't understand. You're supposed to turn it off and leave, because the television is really just for myself. The food is just for myself. Everything in the world is just for myself. I'm not greedy or selfish. You need a death out of your appearance does not look just like myself. And that's you need to be elsewhere's homeless. You have illegal genitals that are due out homeless. And if you don't stay out there just because you're one way out homeless, you have to understand what it means to be homeless mentally. You have to know what to say no to so that you can be homeless mentally, so that you don't claim that you are myself. That's the point of you saying no to things. You have to claim your own genitals are illegal and they're due outside homeless on all the points until you die in God, under God. And you're not supposed to say yes to something and claim money that is really due to be frozen in the bank because it's my money. I leave it frozen in the bank. I don't keep all my money in my purse. All my money is in all the banks ever, and it's due frozen in there. You can't really make money. You can't take money. You do something worse than take money out of the bank. You make illegal lives of other people who take money out of the bank and you don't spend it on yourself. That's selfless. You do things that are selfless because you have illegal genitals. You would never hand over your own money to somebody else. And you're not a soul. It's not your money anyway. But if you're a thief, if you were a thief, you would never do what you do with illegal genitals, which is give your money to somebody else and make them live with that they survive the money that was stolen. You are less than shunts. A shunt would know how to die himself and would not create another shunt for himself out of himself. Taylor Swift concert is a chaos because it's full of shunts that are illegally alive. About Taylor Swift doesn't know that I said something about her on an AT&T phone call to God. And I do know that the banking was confiscated by somebody who was on the other end of the call. That's interesting that he acknowledged himself was on the other end of the call by coming to visit me every year. I know who you are, you know who you are, but we don't know why your money isn't frozen in the bank. What are you doing all the way in Las Vegas, Nevada when you're from all the way away from state of Wisconsin? I don't know what you're doing here. That will not help you. You have to freeze that money in the banking. Who hired you? Who sent you? If you're mentally unstable, you're not hired by God. You're not hired to be mentally unstable and you do things to sedate your God creating yourself because you're mentally unstable. And if you do things with money, you make yourself mentally elsewheres from having been unstable. That's how you don't have any reason to take any money out of the bank ever. It should all be frozen in the bank. There might be thickening funding in the bank, but that's not for you to have it. It's my money because I'm the king. Who are you? You want to give them your personal, oh, don't say you're the king too. You go to the bank and show them your driver's license. Yeah, I don't go to the bank and show them my driver's license when I'm saying that I'm king and all the money is mine and it's due frozen in the banking. And you gave me some small consequences to this body because you are all abominating the king and you say that it's your money by your name. The money shouldn't be given to you by your name except you're doing crime on the property. And that's how the king is letting the money move around when it should really be frozen in the banking. By that, you should not be able to withdraw it out of the bank. You should not be able to use credit cards and to disturb the banking. Your signature is not the same as the king. You're signing that you're doing crime and you don't know that you're not honest because you pay for everything and you get all your permissions yes from all the cashiers and attendants. You're so bizarre. You're not the king. You don't know whose money it is. It's my money and I know whose money it is. You think it's your money when you sign your name. That is your responsibility for your own death on your own illegal alive body with genitals that are due outside homeless and on the points. That's your responsibility. You're not responsible for the king. The king, he knows himself. Are you in heaven also, the king? The king is in heaven and I am right here, the lever on the king. That is not the king. That's a trespasser.